Hi there, welcome to Lingubus. If you want to be an advanced or fluent English speaker, you have to learn some expressions and phrases in English. I'm Laura, and in today's class, we're going to learn some very good advanced phrases that you should start including in your everyday conversation. We're going to take some basic phrases and then see more advanced alternatives to say the same thing, so that you can expand your vocabulary and sound more natural and confident when speaking in English. Just make sure that you follow us on our channel Linguvest by subscribing, clicking the button down there and ringing the bell to be notified. That way you'll know every time there's a new lesson ready for you. And why not have a look at our social media, where we post daily content, pictures, videos, games and much more. It's always very nice to feel appreciated, don't you think? So let's start our lesson today with different alternative ways to show gratitude in English. When someone does something to help you out or make your life easier, obviously you can say the typical "thank you very much." Or, to sound more advanced, instead you could say "it's very kind of you," meaning what you did was very kind, it was very nice, you're a very sweet person. If you want to say thanks in a big way, but with few words, go with "much appreciated." This one is perfect for a short text, email, or even for a brief conversation. Sometimes the only way to truly appreciate a favor is by returning it. So if you say "I owe you one," you are letting the other person know that you are in debt to them and you are planning to return the favor as soon as you can. And our last phrase to say thank you in a more advanced way is "words cannot describe how thankful I am." Because the best expressions of gratitude usually come from the heart. And sometimes words cannot describe how thankful we feel. And now let's move on to our next topic. In today's busy world, whether you are working or studying, we very often have to refuse a request or invitation, say no, because we don't have time for it. But how can we do this in more fluent English? The most common way to say that you don't have time for something because you have a lot of work to do is to say, "I'm sorry, but I'm busy." And that's okay. But if you'd like to sound a bit more fluent in English, you could be using other alternatives like "I'm sorry, but I've got a lot going on," or "I'm sorry, but I've got a lot on my plate." Both expressions meaning that you have a lot of work to do and you can't really focus on anything else at the moment. You can also say "I'm sorry, but I'm tied up," meaning I'm not free, I can't escape, I don't have another choice. I have to stay here and do what I have to do. Sorry. And my last suggestion is "I'm sorry, but I'm up to my ears in work." This one is a fun idiom, meaning that we have so much work to do that it's like we are drowning in work, like we are being buried in work. It's coming up to our ears. And precisely because we don't have much time, it seems we're always in a hurry, trying to speed up our actions and even asking people to do the same. But how can we do this in more natural English? There are different ways to do that in English. The most basic one is "come on, hurry up, we're gonna be late." But there are also a few more informal and fun ways to say the same. For example, if you say "come on, shake a leg, we're gonna be late," meaning "come on, move your body, we're gonna be late, shake a leg." Another phrase can be "come on, we're gonna be late, chop chop." I love this one. This is like a command, meaning do it now, do it quickly. And it's usually given by someone in power, like a boss or a mom telling her kids, "come on guys, we're gonna be late, chop chop." I love this one. And our last two phrases are not that fun, because they're usually used by someone who's feeling frustrated or angry while waiting. They are, come on, I haven't got all day, or come on, let's make a move. So of course you can use them because you'll be sounding fluent and natural. Just watch out, because they are being negative. Let's continue now with the vital part of our everyday conversation. In life, at some point, we're going to be asked the question whose answer we don't know. But how can we express that in different ways in English? Saying the usual, I don't know, would be okay, but just a bit boring. What about making our conversation far more interesting by saying something more fluent and natural, like, I have no clue, or I haven't the faintest idea, or other variations, I haven't the slightest idea, or even, I haven't the foggiest idea. All of them meaning, I have no information at all, I couldn't even imagine it. We could also say the phrase, your guess is as good as mine. This one's very nice. It's a way to indicate that I know as little about it as you do. We are both at the same level of not knowing. And the last one is, it beats me. This is a rather informal expression to say that you don't know something or you don't understand it. So if someone asks you, do you know what we have to do to register? You can answer, it beats me. Or we very often leave it out, and you can make it even shorter and say, beats me. And to end up, our last communicative situation for you today is meeting someone and wanting to show that you are happy you've met. What phrases can you use in formal contexts, and what about informal contexts? When meeting someone for the first time, it's very common to use the phrase, it's nice to meet you, or nice to meet you, which is great. But if you'd like to sound a bit more relaxed, you could use instead the phrase, I'm glad to meet you, or glad to meet you, which means I'm happy to meet you. Or even, nice talking to you, meaning it's been nice that we met, it's been nice that we've been talking, nice talking to you. On the other hand, if you're in a working environment, you may prefer to use more formal alternatives like, it's a pleasure to meet you, or shorter, pleasure to meet you. Or even this very peculiar one, how do you do? This is not really used as a question, but as a statement. And it is said by the person who speaks and also by the person who answers. So in a situation, it would be like, how do you do? How do you do? Very interesting ones. All of them different ways to say, nice to meet you. So today we've learned a few very good advanced alternatives to stop repeating the basic sentences we usually say. If you start including them in your everyday conversation, I promise that your English will sound a lot more natural and fluent. If you enjoyed this lesson, like it, share it with your friends, and of course don't forget to follow us for more and have a look at any of these 2 amazing lessons we've prepared for you to improve your English. I'll see you very, very soon, and in the meantime, practice this, enjoy it, and share it.